that. About we have that. This one needs to be here. Okay. Oh, everything should be set up. People should hear me, I think. Let me quickly check. One, and here we have one. Yeah. And audio for the game, for the stream. Don't think it's coming through, so yeah. Okay. So this is a Japanese runner. Or Korean runner who has a Japanese name. I checked their name. If I copy Hayaru, so I'll try to say that name. Also, so yeah, so far all fine. We should be all set up. For this room, what we see a lot of other runners do is pause, pause Twitch things. We have higher quality. Fine. I mean, 720 would be fine. So other runners shoot a single shot on these two back here to get their aggro. Then kill this one while running over to the right. After killing him, we kill this one, walking past these pillars. And once he's dead, two pots on the right here have mana in them. We hit these and start charging. And in the meantime, all the enemies behind us, all the enemies in the room start having aggro on us, start piling up behind us. And we generally, as we reach about where the shadow spawns, there we have our charge ready. We can just turn around and shoot them. Let me quickly should be about here. So yeah, And back to this run. But this is like more thinking about, hey, how do we optimize this room further? Nice. Okay, this is not loadless. I'm quickly going to bring my live split up. We are now really fortunate because this Shenron does our load remover and stuff. So we LiveSplit downloads the load remover by itself once you choose the game name to be our game, Little Witch Nobeta. It then tells you, hey, there's an auto splitter, asks you to activate it, and just activating it will already enable it to remove the loads, but you can also set it up to automatically split. I obviously have it set up to split everywhere because my splits are stupid. Uh, like actually stupid. I have much too many splits, but yeah. Um, and the only thing to note for this is that you either need to activate the load remover after starting the game. Let me quickly start one of the versions that I have here. Like I have now this all set up. Okay, when it discovers the game, it shows you the game version over here. This is just a string that they have. But sometimes it's not really discovering the game. Let me quickly add. Where's the game? So, so yeah, something to note with this is that okay, my game just crashed. Nice. I generally just like to just reload the split file because that generally makes it work more often. Work. Why is it not discovering the game? There we go. Why is my game crashing right now? We few things too much open. We usually don't have that. Okay, no. So, okay, I'm giving up. So you once have to load into the game, otherwise the load remover won't actually see all the stuff set up. So yeah, once load into the game before actually starting to do runs. But otherwise, it's just activate once you have the once you have the game name set up, and then set up any auto splits that you want. You can also have it automatically reset. This run resets when you click on return to title screen, and New Game Plus when I finish the run. But yeah, also auto start. Overall, just nice stuff. Nice. You know of animation cancel for opening chest. That's stamina and int. For NMG it's technically faster to collect the counter ability later on. And I know Kate does it that while he walks out of here, he talks to the cat, runs here so that the cat runs away and drops it. And then as he comes back from the upgrade, he collects the counter ability. He runs a category that cannot get the counter ability at a later point. So other runners don't now have a counter. We collect the counter a bit later. Mm-hmm. After jumping over here, other runners kill these two so that they are dead. But the main reason we kill them is for their free floating mana. That thing of a handful of swords is nice, but not really relevant. And after killing them, if you start charging going through this gate here, you generally have a good charge, and you have to slow down here anyway because you are out of stamina. If you start charging going through the gate, if you are about here having 2/3 of your stamina bar full, like at this one, you can start running around like this rock here, and you have good stamina at the end here. And okay, if you don't collect counter earlier, counter will drop by the cat here. You can still talk to the cat after the cutscene, so can I pay attention to that? But 99% of the time that won't be a thing. Just mentioning this because, uh, um, well, it's not something that you will um, necessarily be great at immediately. It will take a lot of time to like rewire your brain for this. Um, Not charging at first creates more mana. So you, if you don't charge, you only need to hit the mana crystal 3 times to get enough mana generated for your full charge. Also, if you are charging while doing so, you need 4 hits. So you'd have one hit where you already start walking towards the fire. Um, yeah. If you're doing a charge tactic here, let's go back just a tad. Then kill this puppet here. It has some mana in it that will speed up your charge. But there's now a new strat. Let me this up here. This is quite precise. You will fail this like a lot, but at the same time, it's a good bit faster to do, so that even the second and potentially third try will still save time. Test it out. Consider if the difficulty of the trick is worth it for you. And otherwise, just keep a charge. To note for the charge through is that there are two ways to do the charge, or I guess 3 ways. You can start charging down here, or if you do go for an ice charge, you can, after destroying the crystal, jump over here directly and start a charge going here. Sometimes the puppet will come after you, and you can get a few dodges for mana for the charge. But mainly you get the mana from the barrier stone. And the alternative is, instead of charging ice, charging arcane here, because getting a headshot on this puppet plus a body shot with arcane 2 will kill her, and you don't have to wait for these two all go down. And afterwards, you generally always want to charge arcane 2, because arcane 2 will be ready directly afterwards. You can do instantly 2 shots on him. You want to aim 1 shot in here, and once he sticks his head out of the ground, you want to shoot at it. If this gets a headshot or not is kinda random, but if you do get the headshot, it's a 2-hit, like free. You afterwards just hit somewhat in the head region, and you're generally fine. If it's not a headshot, you afterwards just have to do 2 single arcane shots to finish him off. Meanwhile, with ice, it just takes a while before the ice falls down. Yeah, Tanya. Nice. Minor note, I guess, uh, that I generally do for Tanya for first time users. Once the fight is over. I've never seen someone actually counter the laser, the machine gun hand stuff. But anyway, doing that. So on this board, small mana, small mana, big mana. I think they might be reversed. I always set these two together. And big mana. On the other side, one small mana and one health. Really don't bother, but that wall on the right side is generally nice to just like get a single ice shots over there, refill your mana, and keep doing ice shots. It's not always going to save you time, but um, it's usually not wasting time because often you can bring this in as you would have not enough mana to actually do a lot of shots, and then start a charge, do a few melees on no Tanya, and get that damage in. Um, if you are charging the ice here, the reason we charge the ice usually is to target these two because they can often be annoying. I guess you can just use the ice armor to reduce the chance on getting knocked back over the lava as well. But nice thinking about that. Okay. Ice shots on this while running to it. That destroys this. I think it's 4 ice shots to destroy it. And the middle barrel on this side also has free floating mana in it. If you manage to hit that, that's just a tiny bit more charge once you are down there. You can collect the gemstone here either while she's jumping or at the end of the fight. You have enough time on both of these occasions to collect this crystal without, well, having to wait on other stuff. And mine optimization. The moment she jumps out of the ground, her body hitbox. Wait, she has her head hitbox and her body hitbox that are traveling up with her. But there's a second bunny hitbox that stays down here that you can keep hitting melee attacks on for helping you with your charge. You can generally get 3 attacks in before she lands, and sometimes 4 before she does any action. So her first action is usually that she jumps back if she does that. If you do that, so you can almost immediately start giving her 2 shots with your arcane, and then from there think about, do you want to do another charge? Do you want to just start shooting with normal attacks? Most runners here destroy this spot, kill this puppet, and charge a mana, charge an ice as they go through to kill the flyer up here and the 2 female shadows down here. Instead of shooting ice at him, you can just run, change your damage to fire, and as you jump over here, instead of you doing the slash, do a single fire shot. You will kill him before he gets the shot off, and fire at this point should instant kill him. At this point, Q hits, and then either here or jump on the other side. Depends on where you land. On the left side, there's a shadow coming down. So usually the right side is safer. So you just need 2 hits. You need to wait a bit, and then you start your charge as you come up here, and then you just walk a bit slow until you're up here. Here you have your charge then usually. And well, otherwise it's basically the same, other that we don't have to deal with the flyer. Also, since you have a fire charge here, use it. You can just while running up here, just do a quick aim, or do that aim while you come out of here. And then after you destroy this, think about where you want to start shooting. In this case, you probably want to shoot while you're here, so you shoot about now when you're already far away, and you would probably destroy that shadow, the flyer, and the upcoming shadow that comes there. Sometimes it's better to only shoot directly after it when the shadow is already far away. It's not always optimal. And sometimes you also just cannot get a shot at all. But it's fine. If you are coming past here, like, yeah, first of all, correct route, but as you are walking past straight here, you can just aim your eyes at this guy. If you do hip fire with ice, you are not getting slowed down in comparison to other spells. Like all other spells slow you down as you fire. Ice hip fire does not. Ice aiming does slow you down, but hip fire doesn't. So yeah, okay, you know what's this? Small thing then. A single normal jump can get you from over here to over here, and then you can just get around the corner a bit more simply. Yeah. Okay, you know something that I tell everyone because no one does it. If you do a single ice shot from here, she starts aggroing you. You need to hit her, but if you do an ice shot from here and hit her, she starts aggroing you, and her attack will be over, like, around the middle of the corridor. And with her attack being in the middle of the corridor, it will be usually out of the way for you to jump up the stairs simpler. Like, if she does that, yeah, you will be able to just come past, but if she does the jump up in the air, you will have to wait on her because you cannot get up without her hitting you otherwise. And most of her other attacks will also hit you as you try to get up if you are not fully careful or lucky. Meanwhile, if she does her attack here, even if she does the jump attack, she lands and jump attack radius ends like right here at the exit, so you can just jump up without any issues. But really nice finish there. Nice counters. Some seriously good counters. Uh, in case you don't know, you can counter that attack, but it's like really kind of weird to do. Like, it's you don't really have like much cues other than a general feeling about her timing. But yeah, you can counter this move, and well, you will be just getting mana because you're in fire interacting with that damage zone, and then just be able to roll out of the way. Was that it? Try to counter this. Um, just as a general advice, don't try to counter this if you that was you try just to innovate. Countering these is very precise for very little gain, and it's really not easy to time. So, and even if you get it every now and then afterwards, uh the bear is doing a really weird attack, able to hit you right out of it, especially with the firearms. Um, not sure. Okay, so here now at the end a little thing. Usually instead of like we want to like try to have a handful of pots at the end of the first phase to destroy. Usually with ice, sometimes roll depends on how much mana we have. That will get us in much quicker charge at the beginning of phase 2. And and if we are low on mana, so we usually use the corrupted mana crystal there. Plus, obviously, drop the purple. That's just to have enough mana to get to the first part of her attack cycle, so that we can start countering, get mana from that, and then just keep blasting mana at Monica. It's small mode 7 hits on this one. Shengon probably told you. Let me watch on Twitch. Like, you said Shengon was around. So Shengon probably told you at some point. At least not at this point in chat. But finish. So yeah, smaller note. Most uh, most high level players started getting uh, counter 2 by jumping over here and going the left way. And instead of doing our shopping here, we do our shopping at the Thunder, like the middle save point of this area. if we have any shopping that we really need. Good. Um, the moment this starting with these sparkles here, you can roll away, and it will still finish the thing, this anime, this thing behind you. So you don't need to wait for that to come up. Yeah, we usually do our shopping if we have anything to buy at that statue. And I assume you know this, but with correct jumping behavior, you can get from here directly up to one of the sides. I assume this was just a mistake and really minor thing. You can jump from here up here. It saves not even a second. It can lose a lot more than a second. Um, yeah. Small thing here then. You want to have at least 3 put into, well, 3 levels of strength here. That's one level you make 30 damage. At level 3 you do 15 damage, and with 15 these crystals have 30 hits. You hit this in 2 hits. Having more strength also generates more mana as you hit things, so that's nice. So even if you don't like overly use melees, having these strength tree is generally nice to have. Um, that's just more of a general note. Doing any kind of jumping puzzles with while in Thundercast is harder just because you fall more quicker. I don't know if you have problems with this, but if you do, and you do want to keep the cast here, jump onto the wall here. There's collision here for you to jump off. It makes it safer if you feel uncomfortable with the direct jump because of the changed gravity. I've never seen anyone really experiment with using Thundercast this liberally throughout this section. Probably have to time it. It at least makes the areas a lot more free. honestly, this is a good strat, and I think you may know what you did here wrong, but just in case you don't know, um, if you accidentally uh, start a shot during the loading screen, and as you walk up here, you cannot roll out of these out of the vacant animation, because the game wants to make you shoot. Honestly, nice fight. Um, for this fight, again, note for what other players do. We generally have a purple crystal that we drop in this area. It's not needed. I know Kate doesn't do it. In his opinion, it's a waste of a purple crystal. Um, it's just keeping mana afloat, even if you have problems getting her to do attacks that you can counter. It's just consistency, even if stuff goes in a stupid way. Uh, you can fly over here, like you can jump off this side here and fly over this gap, just cutting out the small way around. And this is something none of us realized for a very long time. These three enemies each only give three swords. So they are very worthless for this late of the game in terms of their swords. Killing this one often is nice just because he can get annoying, but we don't need to kill them for the swords. Unless you really think you're 6 swords short. Nice skip. Oh, are you... A small thing? Uh, okay, I'm a runner that also always just goes for it. I... So, I think I've got hit once, and I don't know if this is like, if my movement like just ends up with them not charging me in time, but I personally just let me back a bit. From around like here, do a jump, float, double jump, float, land basically right in front of it, and then prey on it. Even if they charge at me, they often just glide off. I don't know what it is. That's just what I do. Everyone else hates this section because they always get hit. And yeah. Since you also go for it, I just want to like tell you what I do. Maybe it helps you get more consistent at this. Maybe it's just I only get lucky and I'm going to get unlucky in a bit. But yeah. So yeah, again, we usually get purple crystals here. In general, if we buy a crystal, it's usually just going to be directly mana or purple. So there are situations where a defense crystal is good, like having a defense crystal for Nonota blocks off all of her ice attacks, so you can, if she does ice attacks, you can just keep doing damage on her, not thinking about anything. But yeah, usually we buy purples because purples either allow us to charge up our spells, or they over a long time create a lot of mana for us to use with our spells. Oh, nice. Going for this strat. Okay, so minor thing. This is a trick that you should really just do what you feel comfortable with. But you don't need to land on this one. Instead, after the double jump, you can do a double float and get over here. And then from on here, do a jump, double jump to get up here. And then Shen mentions that he finds these auto pillars really tricky. I don't find them that bad, but let me go over here. Yeah, we can just go through the middle. We need to walk to one normal hover, double jump, one stall, normal hover, and we get over. And since I'm out of mana here, out of stamina, I do double jump, run, running double jump, no, slow jump, running double jump, which is almost run speed, and hover to keep the speed. And yeah, at that short distance, I wouldn't be able to get enough distance to regain enough stamina to do run. So I instead do that. Note here. if she ever does this position with crossing her arms, never stun her out of it. She shoots a bunch of boards at you that you can destroy with your arcane cast that you all generate mana, meaning if she gets to shoot this, you can afterwards shoot through all of her boards, generate a lot of mana to 2 stuns on her, and start another cast from all the mana that she just generated for you. She often won't. Okay, you do it. Nice. So the first one just was like accident that she was too late showing what her intention was. For this ending here, it might be possible to do the remaining with arcane shots, but if you already have the mana crystal here and are fine with using it, it's the safer option. It might be working, it might not be. But yeah. So yeah, this is now my thing. I personally like to switch to ice here and hit these two. Sometimes this one if I'm really low on mana, and these two or these three. Switch to arcane so that I can immediately, once this chase starts, do a cast of the mana that she that follows me, and I generally try to always do my shots, arcane charge shots in a way that at least one of the shots goes through one of the green crystals, so that I don't have to waste any mana or stamina or whatever resource to generate that. And then I can generally get another cast ready before she gets. To be fair, you are on version 105, so that's not as important. On some earlier versions, if you manage to kill her while up there, you can jump over this gate from the top floor. It's kind of precise jump, not really. It's doable, but in the end, you just don't have to wait for this gate to disappear. Even if she doesn't die in that time, it's usually fast to still do that in these versions, just because you then can get mana up there, and you usually have her down to 1 to 2 arcane shots. So you just generate enough mana up there to forecast. But nice fight. Most people only gets her down on the third section at first. Some even need to get into the fourth section. So getting her in the second section, even if it's at the end, really good. Nice skip. Yep. Yeah. For this one, only your first attack actually hits it, so you want to jump, attack, double jump, attack, land, jump, attack. It's stupid, but that's sadly how it is. And yeah. Let's see. For this one, really do what you want, what you feel comfortable with. Some people really dislike this guy, so they don't like this strat, but technically fastest, drop down right here. Like jump over this railing and fall, and then double jump, like you probably do here. Like double jump. Once you are like past the windows here, you don't see them, but once you're past the windows, double jump, you land right in the center. If you do a running double jump. If you have a fire shot here, yes, aim, but then do one melee through the crystals, and then shoot, so that you actually like generate free floating mana. Was that a miss? Yeah, okay, this was now not a miss. You just didn't have the time to actually do the aim. But something that's technically can come up if you after this on keyboard, default keybind is C, on controller is right stick press down. That will lock your camera towards an enemy. For most situations, that's very useless, but for some bosses, that's useful because for Thunder Charge, it gets the Thunder Charge area. If you aim Not on them, but generally close to them if they are on middle to the long range. And for other casts, it usually still takes some work to get like the aiming to work for ice or fire. For arcane, you also need to lead the shots onto the movement. But for after the fire, you basically have the aim immediately right onto her. You still want to aim, but you would already be aiming right here in her chest area, just a tiny bit up, and she would have a headshot. I think she would still have gotten out of here, even if you would have done that, but you'd have a chance to actually get a shot off. I seriously need to consider getting some mana crystals. Something I noticed during when I watched your practice, you were getting an amount of let me see. Do I have headset attack in this run? Probably not. Like this attack, where she afterwards starts spamming these single twisteds at you. Um, she does this attack whenever you start a charge after her lightning attack, if she is not doing another attack already. You can stun her out of it with like thunder hit or fire hit. I don't know if I think I can also hit her out of it. Ice doesn't, I think. And if she does this attack and you don't have something, again, lock onto her and just run left or right. As long as you have the stamina, she will not hit you. But in general, you want to, if you get her to a point where she where you, if you get her into phase 2 and think about a charge, make sure that you can get the charge immediately so that you can then directly knock her out of it. Here. So yeah, here we usually also have like perfect crystals. And we then use one of our purple crystals to charge up a mana. We actually charge up our lightning around here, immediately fill it up, and then do like you do here, just running through with lightning. The section inside the room itself is really not dangerous, and you can't really use the lightning run anyway that much. Also, little tip, they will just running through if you activate the alarm, aiming somewhat in the middle. Once they come out, you hit one with lightning, he's dead. You run past the others. You get a tiny bit of swords, and don't have to run around it. Yeah, the guards really are bad at their job. Um, um, so you see a lot of runners every now and then. Okay, so first of all, normal jump off this crystal, and you can go straight through, cutting the corner. And you see runners every now and then do this. This jump is free, like actually free. Like from here over there, this part is free. Nothing to concern about there. So it really does not seriously benefit to jump onto the side first, other than feeling more comfortable. But it's actually really simple to just jump over to the end here. This jump uh, can be a bit more tricky. Yeah. And it's faster if you fail it to just go back to statue. So this is a minor thing. You see other runners go the other way around. You go this way around. That may only be like, this is only a minor thing. It just is like, if you want to compare yourself with other runners, that may makes things a bit harder. Also, let me. You don't show it, but if you look from the side, as she starts really standing on the ground, like the moment her feet touch the ground, not there's like half a second where you would when you're not in the cutscene yet, but after that you're already in the cutscene. You can skip it. So if you do that, this guy will usually be just shooting at the cutscene end. So you will immediately have to dash through that attack, fall down, and double jump and hover a bit so you don't land in the lava. Because the lava is actually still there until like about now the lava would be not there anymore. Like until it's literally on the surface, the lava is still there. Now for here, the new strat for this room is, in my opinion, a lot easier. And so this dropping of the crystal is important, but we get a cast here, lightning cast, jump down here, and we can aim our lightning cast between them without them doing anything. Your strat that you are doing now, what's the best we had until like 2 days ago, until we came together and we're like, can't we do something more smart? Because we only need to kill these two enemies down here. Uh, in uh, in standard, you have enough mana that you can jump down here and snipe them, but in advanced, we do need a cast. Sometimes they will walk around. One of them will walk around. If they do, you may not be able to hit boost with the cast. In that case, try to hit one of those cast and snipe the other with 2 hits. But yeah. Oh. Okay. You're basically doing that strat. The standard strat in a slightly different way. It works. Yeah. So I assume you do Shengon strats here, where you bait the doll with activating an item, dash out of the way. And yeah. Yep. You did a handful of one shots where you had floating mana, but the mana was not yet collected. Obviously, you can keep baiting, but the thing that you can do to collect mana more quickly is start a charge. Mana in the area is going to be drawn to you, and you can then just stop the charge before you actually collect the mana. And the mana will still be a lot closer to you and probably be absorbed. And there's a strat to push out of bounds. It's a lot less consistent. It's stupid. I do it because I'm stupid. It's faster technically, but yeah, it's stupid. Don't go for it unless you want to go for stupid stuff. Uh, if you want to know about that, I do that in my castle challenge thing. Uh, um, For the lightning cast strat, we usually place a cast down onto like either this enemy or this enemy. This won't generate a lot of mana or souls, but it will generate some of it so that the fire cast at the bottom will work out better. And we then activate such cast running off here, activating here, and sliding, falling down, so that we activate the cast without, like, while moving. Yeah, sadly that doesn't generate mana. Also, to note, while you're down here in this area, you will have a mana generation effect applied. There's also a mana generation effect uh, in the lava area. Um, uh, in the lava area, if you go, like, this area has mana generation applied to it, but in general, here it doesn't really matter. Here we had some people get confused about it, think they bugged out the game, and thought their run was invalid. This is just actually a feature of the game. Um, we now, if you get up here, we do that to get the fire here in the chest. If we want to not get the fire, there's a faster way by jumping up here. Let me quickly find it. Yeah. So get on this. Here you need to jump from a rock over here. You can't just directly jump up here. From here, up on this area, up on this stalactite, and then there's a rift in here where you can get up. It's precise, but not hard. And if you fail it, it's a lot quicker to reset. So even if you like take 2 to 3 tries at it, you probably still even with the long way that gets fire. So yeah, I don't like. You seem to like have a really good like for this section here. Like there are a lot of pseudo theories about how to get this one consistent. Like I like uh following up this ridge here and then jump directly up here. That sometimes works well. Some other runners like to jump up here. It's really just nothing works consistently. Just find something that works for you well enough. And then for the top here, there are now like a handful of strats. Two strats that are reasonably good. Strat 1, what you're doing is here jump against this wall, because for some reason that makes it more consistent than jumping up here. Okay, and the other one is if you are at the very top here and do a normal jump and then double jump, release the control stick, release all controls, and you land on a small little invisible ledge here. The moment you touch controls, you fall off. So you need to jump off here and then get up. Also, just because it's technically a thing, you can jump up over here. It's stupid, don't do it. Like, I fall half the time. I'm getting more consistent at it right now, but it's stupid, don't do it. Also, if you don't go this really stupid jump, straight up, there's a ledge here, and from that ledge you can easily make it over here with a bit of hovering. Also, this is now something more of a note. I do a 5-shot into at least 2 of the crystals that generates enough mana to get a full cast and then start the cast from around here. Shengon and Zero use an ice to destroy 3 to 4 crystals. Like, they just shoot a bit into the crystals, generate mana with that, and then start a charge around here. Boost work fine, but so yeah, we get the charge by we get the free floating mana by destroying the crystals from a distance, so that we don't have to walk over to them. Just in case you think this actually saves time, no, it doesn't. Like, you can do anything, whatever you want in here. You will always end up on this at the same spot after the cutscene. Also, technically faster to not get anything in here. These upgrades don't speed up the fight. These upgrades don't make the fight easier. Unless you need to like buy items, we generally want to skip that statue. And Nonota. Nonota is a fight that you need a lot of practice to. Shin, Zero, and I all now use Zero strat. And I'm just going to say that this is all probably going to be go well. But let's see. Zero strat does is like 50 million times better than we any of us do. So let me get. So this is Zero. So one lightning. Keep hitting her with fire. Wait a bit so that, because right after this she dash through this. This is something that's going to take a lot for you to time. Dash through this. Aim at her and wait, running a bit away. She is for a few seconds after that attack not stunnable. Then as she rises up, hit her, switch to lightning, cast, aim the cast under her. She's stunned during her stun. Thunder strike her. Thunder. Now counter her first attack here. Aim it under her. Yeah. And that's phase 1. And phase 2, he... Yeah. So, that's the best known Nota we know about. I know Shen currently works on like first phase skill for her in NMG. I don't think he has yet actually been able to like get it, but the general idea is she cannot go to phase 2 during her ice attack, and so he actually like just keeps he gets her right before that point, gets her to into the ice phase, and then blasts her in a similar way to how Zero did here right now. Technically, that would be faster once we are able to get that consistently. But until then, Zero's is like a million times better than whatever we others can do at this time. But yeah, definitely a fine phase 2. And nice run overall. Okay, now. So yeah, general things. Look into setting up the load remover and auto splitter to the extent that you want it. Let's get this retimed. Also 1x. And frame and Let's find the start frame. Hello, or Kayao, or whatever you want your name to be said. Um, if you are just coming in now, I'm just done. I just finished the everything. So might need to go back by a lot. But overall, nice run. 44. What, yeah. Hey, I get to remove a second for you. Also, since you didn't run with a load remover, just type in the same time, because for whatever reason, even if your time let me actually show you code shortly. Like, you have a 4744. Let's verify that I changed it. You're now last, even though your RTA time is definitely better than some of the load remove times. So that's stupid. Just type in that same time and it's fine. But yeah, look into setting up the load remover. Oh, nice. I hope I was of help. I hope I was like constructive in all of my advice. And yeah, thank you for uh, running this game. We are small, but we are starting to grow. And if you are in the Discord, I can give you the runner role. If not, that's also fine. It's just usually more simple to just announce it in here, ping the people if they generally don't much look in here. But yeah, hope you enjoyed everything, and yeah, I'm gonna head towards bed now. So bye, Kaya. I'm gonna immediately find you in the list. Yeah. There. Gave you the role. So yeah, have a nice rest of your day, and I'm gonna head out now. Goodbye.